Is Naveen, and today we'll be looking at CAT 2024 series. In this, we'll be doing Algebra 4 part. Okay, we have done 3 sessions on Algebra so far. That included linear equations, quadratic equations, word problems, simultaneous linear equations, maxima, minima, sequences and series, and all those subtopics. Okay, so let's look at some more interesting and good questions from Algebra. But before that, there is a CAT counseling form that has been pinned in the comment. Please make sure that you put in your details if you have got any queries regarding the mock test or the classroom programs or anything for CAT 2024 or any MBA exam as well. Okay, so let's begin with our first question of the day. The number of crayons with Akshay is equal to half the number of crayons that Barun and Charan have together. The number of crayons with Barun is 10 less than the number of crayons with Akshay and Charan together. The number of crayons with Charan is 1/3 the number of crayons that Barun and Akshay have together. Find the total number of crayons. So this question can be solved in at least 3 different ways. Okay. So if you look at the first statement, it is given that Akshay has half the number of crayons that Barun and Charan together have, or from here we can say that A is, A upon B plus C is going to be 1/2. That means if one part is with A, 2 parts are with B and C together. Looking at the next one, this statement, the number of crayons with Charan is 1/3 the number of crayons that Barun and Akshay have together. So number of crayons with Charan is 1/3 the number of crayons with A and B together. So from here we can get C upon A plus B is equal to 1/3. That means if C gets 1, A and B together they get 3, right? So this is, I mean, if we use both of these, we can say that A plus B plus C, as in all 3 of them, it should be in the table of 1 plus 2, that is 3, and it should be in the table of 1 plus 3, that is 4. So it should be in the table of 3 and 4 both, which means it should be in the table of 12. Now 90 is not in the table of 12, 50 is not in the table of 12, right? Then the next is, the number of crayons with Barun is 10 less than the number of crayons with Akshay and Charan together. So if we look at Barun, it's going to be 10 less than A and C together, right? So what we can understand from here is, we can use the relationship, right? From the first 2 equations, we can figure out the relationship between A, B and C and then put it in the third equation, as in B is equal to A plus C minus 10. So A is going to be half of B plus C. That means from here, should we use ratios or should we use linear equations? Which one is going to be quicker? Should we? चलो simultaneous कर लेते हैं. Ratio में it will be, we will have to put in one more variable, right? So using the first equation, can we say that B is equal to 2A minus C, right? And this is also given to us as A plus C minus 10 using this one, right? From here we will get A plus 10 is equal to 2C. Now using the next equation, we can get from here B is equal to 3C minus A, and this is again given as A plus C minus 10. So if we rearrange this, we will get 2C is equal to 2A minus 10. Now if we solve these two, we will get a plus 10 is equal to 2a minus 10. Reason being, they both are equal to 2c. If you solve this, we will be getting a is equal to 20. If a is going to be 20, if we put it here, we will get the value of c as 20 plus 10, 30, 30 upon 2, 15. If c turns out to be 15, if we put it in this particular equation, we will get the value of b as 35 minus 10, which is 25. So the sum of a, b and c is going to be 60. That's your b option. Right? Because we had two options that were in the table of 12. So we were only able to eliminate two of the options. Right? दो से ज़्यादा तो हम eliminate नहीं कर पाए. So 60 becomes our answer. Okay. Next one. How many pairs of a greater than 0 and b less than 0, as in a being positive and b being negative, are possible such that the given equation, it holds true, where a and b are integers? Okay. So what we do in such kind of questions is, the first step is we get rid of the denominators by taking the LCM. So we will be getting 7 into 2, 14b plus 7 into 5, 35a. And this is going to be equal to ab. Second step is we bring everything on the same side. The third is the constants, or the coefficients of a and b, they are multiplied and added on both the sides. So minus 14 and minus 35, they are going to be multiplied and put on both the sides. Fourth step is, you can take out b common, you can take out a common or 35a common. So this will result in a minus 14 into b minus 35. That results into 14 into 35. Now we are asked how many, so 14 into 35, whatever that value is, ठीक है? Let's not get into it. वैसे ज़्यादा मुश्किल होगा नहीं. Reason being 7 into 5, 7 into 2, 2 into 5 is 10. So this will be 490. Anyways, even though we would not have done that, it will still not be a difficult part. Okay, इसको वैसे ही रहने देते हैं. Now we need value of a to be positive and b to be negative. If a has to be positive and b has to be negative, b negative में क्या ही negative हो जाएगा? This is only going to be possible that if b is negative, then b minus 35 will be negative. If this is going to be negative, that means the first factor should also be negative. So I have to write 14 into 35 or 490 as product of two negative numbers. Let's take one example. If I happen to write this as minus 1 into minus 490, which results in 490. So a minus 14 is going to be minus 1 when a is going to be 13, and b minus 35 is minus 490 when b is going to be minus 455. Next is, if I take this as minus 2 and this is going to be half of that, which is 245. So a minus 14 is going to be minus 2 when a is going to be 12 and b is going to be minus 210. Now this is going to be minus 5 into minus 98. So this will happen when a is going to be 9 and b is going to be minus 63. Next is 1, 2, 5. Next is 10. नहीं 7. 7 भी तो एक factor है ना इसका. So minus 7 If I take this as minus 7, so this will be minus 70. This will be minus 70 when A is 7 and B is going to be minus 35. The next one we can have is minus 10 into minus 49. So A minus 14 is minus 10 when A is going to be 4 and B is going to be minus 14. Okay. Next is after this we can only have 14. So this is going to be minus 14 into minus 35. This will only happen when A is going to be 0. The moment we get A is equal to 0, so we need to stop, because now A, if you look at the values of A started with 13, then it moved to 12, 9. So it's A is decreasing. If it eventually reaches 0, the next time A will be negative. So there are a total of 4 plus 1, 5 such sets or solutions of A and B, where A and B are integers, where A is positive and B is negative, right? Okay. Next, find the number of all the integral values of x that satisfy this particular given equation. Okay, so integral values of x जो satisfy करता हो. So what happens is when we remove mod, we can remove mod, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. The inequality changes like this. So if it was already less than 10, so the inequality will be between minus 10 and 10, not from, because there is no equal to sign here. It's only greater than and less than sign, right? So this is what we end up with. Now, if we solve the first inequality, we will be getting x squared plus 3x plus 16 is going to be greater than 0. So we need a 16. And if we think about this, no matter what is whatever value of x we put here, it will be greater than 0, right? आप कुछ भी कर लो, x square plus 3x plus 16 is always non-negative. It's always positive actually. If you take x as 1, 2, 3, 100, minus 100, minus 20, doesn't matter. How did we know this? Because if we make it a perfect square, this will become x plus 3 by 2 ka whole square, and then there will be 9 by 4 that has been added in this square, right? So we need to subtract 9 by 4 from there, and 9 by 4 is nothing but 2 1 by 4. So we will end up having 13 3 by 4. So आप कुछ भी कर लो, the minimum value of this quadratic is 13 3 by 4, which it already is positive, right? So we don't have to worry about it. Next is we will have to look into the other inequality. If we solve another equality, we'll get x square plus 3x and then minus 4 is less than 0. This can be factorized. This can be written as x plus 4 into x minus 1 less than 0. That means x is going, so इसमें ना answer जो होगा, x is going to belong to all real numbers. From the second one, we are going to get x is going to be greater than minus 4 and it is going to be less than 1, right? It lies between the values. Now, since we need all these values of x that satisfy the inequality, so ये भी होना चाहिए, ये भी होना चाहिए. So the left hand side inequality should also get satisfied. The right hand side inequality should also make sense. So this will only happen if we take the AND. Because anyways in the original part, AND is there. So how many values of x exist such that they are real numbers, right? And they lie between minus 4 and 1. And also, not only real number, they are going to be integral. So can we say x is going to be minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 and 0. These are the only 4 values that are acceptable if I combine both the conditions. There are only 4 values of x. And those values are minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 and 0. Okay. Next. Dheeraj bought 120 more marbles and decided to distribute an equal number of marbles to everyone in the class. As 6 students were absent, he could distribute 1 extra marble to everyone. Find the number of students in the class. So question ke according, number of marbles, which is 120. If suppose there are n students and if he was giving m marbles, so this is what we knew. Since 120 students were absent, same 120 marbles, n ki jagah now we have n minus 6 students, and because of m we will have m plus 1 marbles given to each one of them. There are two variables, two equations. We will be able to solve it, but it is going to be a little difficult because the things are in product and division will not make any sense. Substitution will make it lengthy. So hit and trial using the options will work. Since we are asked number of students in the class, if we start with the first one. So if n is 24, m is going to be 5. 24 into 5. So if 24 and 5 exist, so n minus 6 will become 18 and m plus 1 will become 6. Is 18 into 6 still 120? No, it's not. So 24 is not the number of students we are looking at. Next is 28. If I put 28, what will happen is 28 is not a factor of 120. So number of marbles given to each student, which is denoted by m, it will be a fraction. So 28 to ho nahi sakta. Same logic, 32 bhi nahi ho sakta because 120 is not in the table of 32. 30 is our answer. How? If I say that the number of marbles is 30, then each student gets 4 marbles. If we say that the number of students, they are 6 less, as in there are 24 students now, then the number of marbles they should be getting is 5, which 24 into 5 is 120, makes sense. So ऐसे क्वेश्चन में ऑप्शंस हमेशा फास्टर होते हैं और यू कैन डू हिट एंड ट्रायल एज वेल, दैट विल आल्सो वर्क जस्ट फाइन. Okay, next, the sum of the ages of two brothers is 44 years and 1/6 the age of the elder brother is equal to 1/5 the age of the younger brother. Find the difference between their ages. So we have got elder brother and we have got younger brother. Their sum of ages is 44 years. Then it is given that 1/6 the age of the elder brother is equal to 1/5 the age of the younger brother. From these two, we need to find out what is e minus y. Well, it's not difficult. If we look at e upon y from here, it is 6 upon 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. That means the sum of their ages is going to be 4 times, right? Because 11 into 4 is 44. So age of elder brother is going to be 24. The age of younger brother is going to be 20. The difference between their ages is going to be 4 years. Okay. Next, the sum of the first 25 terms of an AP is 0. If the first term is minus 36 and the sum of the 18th, 19th and 20th term of the arithmetic progression is going to be what? So as per the question, sum of first 25 terms, which is given as 25 upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, this is given as 0. So from here, obviously the first part 12.5 is not going to be 0. We will get the value of d as 72 by 24, which is 3. So we know the first term, minus 36, we know the common difference. Now the question asked is, what is the sum of the 18th term, 19th term and 20th term? And we are talking about 25 now. So 18th term is a plus 17d, 19th term is a plus 18d and 20th term is a plus 19d. So this becomes 3 times a plus 18d, right? Which is 3 times minus 36 plus 18 into 3, which will result in 3 times 18, which will result in 54. Unfortunately, there is no shortcut to this question apart from using the formula for general term and sum of n terms. Reason being, the 18th, 19th and 20th term, they are not in any logical or common sense based way related to 25 terms of an AP. Had this been 12th, 13th and 14th term, So those would have been the middle three terms. That would have made a lot of sense. Okay, next. Two positive integers differ by 4 and the sum of their reciprocals is 10 by 21. Then one of the numbers is, well, we can use options. Suppose if one of the numbers is 3 and they differ by 4, so one is 3, another is 7. So 1 by 3 plus 1 by 7 कितना हो जाएगा? 7 plus 3 upon 21, which is 10 upon 21. It perfectly matches. Option A becomes our answer. Right? It is completely irrelevant and useless to actually write down equations in such questions. Don't you think? कोई काम का नहीं होता ये. Options है तो you always use options. Okay, next. A student, instead of finding the value of 7 by 8th of a number, found the value of 7 by 18th of the number. If his answer differed from the correct answer by 770, then find the number. Well, the denominator, it changed by 10. So the overall value is going to change by 10, right? So we are saying 7/8 of a number minus 7 by 18th, which is a smaller one. This difference is 770. So if we solve this, we can get rid of 7 first. So this will become 8 into 18 into 110 divided by 18 minus 8, which is 10. So this 0 gets over. So 8 into 8, 4, 4 into 1. So this is a number that will end in 4. Only there is one option that ends in 4. Or we can actually do 8 into 18 into 11. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, कर सकते हो आप. Right? Okay, find the maximum value of this for x is greater than equal to 2 and less than equal to 12. So from here, we can do the vice versa. So please do remember 2a की जगह let's use general format. Suppose you are given MA plus NB is equal to C. Then the maximum value of A to the power M, B to the power N is given by M by M plus N into C whole to the power M into N plus M plus N into अच्छा यहाँ C whole to the power N. We should also have the reciprocal of the coefficient. So we should either write C by M and C by N. Okay. For example, if I give you 2x plus 3y is equal to, let's say, 7. So if I ask you what is x cube into y square का largest value. So यहाँ पर ना variables और चाहिए. It's not necessary that we are going to have the same powers. तो क्योंकि वो cancel out हो जाएगा ना फिर. Suppose this is power 1 and this is power 2. So this is power 1 upon power 1 plus power 2 and this is power 2 upon power 1 plus power 2. We need into reciprocal. ठीक है. So this is what is required. Okay. So I'll take an example. 2x plus 3y is equal to, let's say, 10. Then if you're asked x to the power 4 into y to the power 2 का maximum value बताओ आप. ठीक है. So first of all, x is given a power of 4 out of total power of 6. So 4 by 6 into the sum that is given, right? Divided by the coefficient of x to the power 4. Similarly, for y, we will see that y is given a power of 2 out of total 6 powers into the sum divided by the coefficient of y. And the power is 2, so that's the power 2 given. Simplify it and you will get the value, maximum possible value of x to the power 4 into y square. So this has come from AMGM logic. So we will be doing the same thing here. We can start with 12 minus x plus x minus 2. Directly ऐसे लिख लेते हैं. This is equal to 10. Now you would ask, sir, 10 कैसे आया? Well, if you solve it, minus x plus x कट जाएगा ना. 12 minus 2 is 10. So if this is given to us, and if we are asked what is the value of 12 minus x का whole square into x minus 2 का whole cube, can we say we can write this as total power 2 mila hai out of 5 powers into the sum divided by the coefficient which is 1 ka square. Next, 3 power is given out of 5 powers into 10 divided by the coefficient of this that term which is 1 in both the cases. So this will be cube. So this 5 changes, so this is 4 square, and this 5 changes, so this is 6 cube. So this is 16 into 256, or we can write this as 2 to the power 7 into 3 cube. 2 to the power 7 can be treated as 128. So this is 128 into 27. Well, 128 into 27 is a number that will definitely going to end in 6, 8 into 7. So the only option that ends in 6 is option A. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice number. Right? Okay. If x and y are positive integers, then find the number of solutions for the equation 4x plus 7y is equal to 116. So what you have to do is write down x and y, draw a table-like structure and find the first set of answers that will solve this. ठीक है? पहला आपको ऐसा कोई value निकालना है. So 112 is in the table of 7, नहीं? 70 plus 42, so 16 times. So if y is going to be 16, x is going to be 1. So we can write this as 4 plus 112, such that 4x is 4, that means x is 1, and 7y is 112, so that y is 16. Next, x will change by 7 and y will change by 4, and you will get the next set of answers. So the next set of answer will be when x is 8 and y is 12. We will not get any answer when x was 2 to 7 or when y is going to be 15 to 13. नहीं हो सकता answer. Next, again x will change by 7 and y will decrease by 4. Y is one increasing, other decreasing because the overall sum is constant. So अगर आप x बढ़ाते हो तो 4x will increase. So in order to compensate that increase, we'll have to decrease y, so that 7y decreases. So this becomes 15 and the next value of y is going to decrease by 4, so it becomes 8. Again, next x increases by 7 and y will decrease by 4. So it becomes 22 and this becomes 4. Again, this will increase by 7 and this will decrease by 4. When we do this, this becomes 29 while this becomes 0. We need to stop because we are told x and y are positive integers. So we are not allowed to accept this. We can only have these 4 answers. Option A. Well, you can try the values before this also, as in what should be the value before that, so that after adding 7 to it, we got 1 as the value of x. And after subtracting 4, we got 16 as the value of y. Well, this would have happened when x was actually minus 6 and y was 20. But again, we can't take this also, reason being negative. X is negative, either y is 0 or y is moving towards negative. So there are only 4 solutions. Okay. If a plus under root b whole square is equal to 57 plus 2 under root 392, then find the value of b. Well, 392 can be written as 2 times 186, which can further be written as 4 times 93. और तो कुछ नहीं लिख सकते. नहीं. 186 is wrong. 196 is what we should have had. 196 होगा, 186 नहीं. Now if I take out 4 common, so this becomes 4 times 98. I can again take 2 common, so this is 8 times 49. Okay. So 49 into 8 will result in 392. चलो, ये ठीक है. So that would mean we can rewrite 2 times under root 392 as we can take out 8 outside, not actually 8, only 4 outside, so that this becomes 2. 4 जब बाहर आके 2 बनेगा, and 49 when it comes out you get a 7 and you will be only left with 2. So this becomes 2 times 14 root 2. So if we rewrite the equation and we square the left hand side simultaneously, we will get a square plus b plus 2a under root b, that is equal to 57 plus 2 times 14 root 2. Now the thing with such kind of questions is, or such kind of equations is, only you can compare rational with rational parts and irrational with irrational. Having said that, ये इसके बराबर होना चाहिए and this should be equal to this. That means a square plus b should be equal to 57 and a under root b should be equal to 14 root 2. Right? Now, it's not necessary that b has to be 2. B can stay inside. So a square plus b is 57. अगर options देखा जाए, so if b is 7, can a square be 50? If b is 8, yes, this makes sense. That means a is 7 and b is 8. So that a is 7, and if I take out 2 inside, we will get b as 8. So it matches perfectly with the given expressions. So b is going to be 8 and a is going to be 7. Please remember, root b is root 8. So b is not root 8. Root b will become root 8, so that b is 8. The placement tells us कि उधर जो लिखा रहेगा वो 8 होना चाहिए, not root 8. That root symbol is not required. Okay, another one. Ax plus 4y is equal to 28 and cx plus by is equal to 14 are two equations with variables x and y. For which of the following conditions the solution of these simultaneous equations cannot be found? We won't be able to find it if a upon 6 is equal to 4 upon b, which should not be equal to 28 upon 14, because this will give us parallel lines, right? So it should not be 2. So b को 2 नहीं रखना है and a को 12 नहीं होना है. So a should not be 12, b should not be 2, b should not be 2. So that means if a is 3 and b is 8, they will become half, the other one will become half, and that is going to be equated to 2, which will make sense because a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2, which is not equal to c1 upon c2, right? ठीक है. So can b make sense? Okay. So CMAT 2024 specialized course is currently running. So make sure that you enroll for this course. The link is given in the description. If you download our app on the dashboard, you will find that you can enroll to our CMAT specialized course. This specialized course consists of more than 20 live classes, more than 50 engaging videos, 5 CMAT mocks, more than 10,000 topic-wise practice questions, and 10 sectional tests. You can avail up to 90% scholarship for CAT preparation programs. The test is supposed to happen on 24th of March at 11 a.m. So make sure that you register for it. Also, please register for an interactive workshop, which is going to be taken by Mr. Srinivas. He is going to discuss about roadmap to 99 percentile, how to achieve 99 percentile in your CAT 2024. It is going to happen on 31st of March at 11 a.m. You can also try out our CAT College Predictor. The link is given in the description. Do check out our social media handles and pages, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining.